Okay, Libby.
Good morning, everyone. Here, Libby, so
Yeah.
sorry to go through that. Today I'm talking about my academic development skills, which I was at in UL. First of all, I'm going to talk about when I first came here. I was a little bit indifferent. All I knew is I just come to school and I'm not such a fan of school anyway. So I was like, oh, more work, I have to read and read and read and read. So when I came, it was freezing when I first came here. And then I was like, okay, no problem, I'm going to cope. I don't have a choice. And then the presentation skill, that is what I learned from SM3040. Presentation. My presentation was wonderful. My first presentation, I was talking too fast. I was nervous. It was a wreck. It was horrible. But with time, I got used to searching. Because back at home, I'm not very good with computers. I got used to that when I got here. So I could use the internet more, search for pictures and all that. And my skills improved weekly, yeah, to some extent, yeah. And from there, I could, relate with your group members, because when I got here, everybody was like, I'm busy, I have something to do, and they're like, it was very hard to bring them together, so we had to know more about each other, which is learning to interact with each other to be able to adjust our time to be able to do our assignments. And then in Marcus's class, we learned critical thinking, which is like the basis of everything, for you to, because his class was more about writing essays, being able to put the right words in the right places, the right full stop, comma, and all. So, critical thinking, being able to weigh the advantages, disadvantages, being able to come to an opinion of your own at the end of every essay, and to know the right sources to get your information from, And before now, like back at home, all we do is just read from textbooks, and once you read from textbook, you're fine. But here, I got to learn about journals, newspapers, and being able to get information from them and being able to use it in my essays. And then referencing. My project, I referenced, but I can't remember how I referenced it. I just put the date and the title of the book, and that was all. But here, you have to follow the full stops, the comma, the brackets. So it was difficult to an extent, but I got used to it. You don't have a choice there anyway, so you just have to. And then plagiarism. I had plagiarism for the first time when I came to UK. I've never heard of it before. Yeah, it's the truth. I haven't, seriously. Because the first time I was like, play what? What's that for? And then, but with time, we got used, because Marcus was always telling us, you do that and you go home for 10 years. You go home for 10 years and, so now I'm learning to always reference in text so that you don't, yes, you don't go for 10 years, exactly. And then the rules in academy where you don't have to report, cheat, and you have to be responsible, and then collusion too. We learned about that. When you work with your friend, you have to be careful how to construct your sentences so you'll be able to do the right thing and you will go home for 10 years again. And then citing, we learned you could be sentential or non-sentential depending on how you know how to do it. And with that, basically, I don't do that all out. Back in school, I never did any. But here, I'm learning, and it's fun. It's difficult, fun, and then the timing is, we're not used to learning all by ourselves all the time. It's more like you sitting and then the teacher pouring, and just giving you knowledge, adding knowledge. But we really don't interact in classes much, which we do here, which is very wonderful because. From interaction, I could put down notes, which I now realize that I'm kind of kinesthetic in nature and visual. So when I put things down, it's easier to remember, and it's easy for me. So that's kind of my own style. which I learned when I got here, because I didn't know about it before. And then in LC3700, we learned analyzing text where you read. Before, you just read. Who cares what it's underneath? Or if, yeah, sometimes the comma helps and the full stop and all that, but you don't really like bother what the opinion of the reader is. Just read, okay, I'm reading and I just get something out of it. But here you get to analyze the text, know what you should look for, if it's formal, learn about the registers and all that. It's been wonderful. Stressful but wonderful at the same time. And then seminar. And well, from seminar we learned how to socialize with each other. Because you know, times our ideas are not the same. But through seminar we're able to, through this course, we're able to learn how to address ourselves if there's a problem. Like if you don't agree with me, just say no and make the person feel bad. You make it in a simpler, let the person down easy, but let the person know it's not right. Maybe you should think about it again, and you know, makes interaction more easier. And then taking notes, I already said that, you know, when we have these classes where you listen to tapes, and then you get to bring out points, so auditory, so you learn how to. And proofreading. Before now, I never liked anyone reading my work. Even my classmates, I didn't like it. But when I got here, Marcus was like, when you write, it's better when other people read and you know see the mistakes you make, because to you it looks perfect. So you will know if you made any mistakes or not. So from there, proofreading, then you know what to look for and know what to look for, and you know. And then we had paraphrasing and summary, where you don't go outside the context of what you have, but you just make it shorter, or you just reconstruct the sentences to still relay the message which is in the text itself. And then cultural change, yeah, well, it's all different at home. But yeah, we still have it, we relate with our tutors easily here. Unlike there where you have to call them professors and all that, but here you call them their first name, so it makes it easier to approach them and tell them if you have problems or not. And then weather change. I must talk about the weather. Because at home we always complain it's cold, but it was when I